What is surrender? Not the version they've sold you. Not the hollow, lifeless caricature of letting go that sounds like failure dressed up as wisdom. No. True surrender is the most violent undoing of the lies you've built your life upon. It isn't about peace or comfort. It's about being ripped apart and standing in the ashes of everything you thought you needed, realizing none of it was ever real. Look at your life, the way you grip it so tightly, as if the tighter you hold, the safer you'll be. What has it brought you? Security, control, or is it the opposite? Fear, anxiety, and the constant exhaustion of trying to keep everything together. You call it strength, but deep down, you know it's fear. Fear of losing what was never yours. Fear of facing what has always been true. You don't control any of it. Surrender is not what you think it is. It's not giving up. It's not resigning yourself to a lesser existence. Surrender is the refusal to continue living the lie. It's the moment you stop pretending that you can outwit life, that you can manipulate the chaos, that you can avoid the pain. Surrender is the most terrifying and liberating act of honesty. It's saying, I don't know, I don't control, I don't need to. You resist surrender because you believe your resistance is what holds you together, that without it, you'll unravel. But isn't that exactly what needs to happen? You've spent your entire life building walls against reality. The walls don't protect you. They trap you. And surrender isn't about gently lowering those walls. It's about watching them collapse under the weight of your own truth. What do you think you're protecting? Your identity, your comfort, your future. These are illusions, stories you've told yourself so often that they feel real, but they're not. And surrender is seeing that with brutal clarity. It's not soft. It's not kind. It's a reckoning. It's facing the raw, unfiltered truth of life and no longer flinching. Surrender isn't a retreat. It's an act of courage that requires everything you've been too afraid to give. You think surrender is loss. You think it's about giving something up. But what are you really losing? The need to control. The constant battle with what is. The weight of your own expectations. These are not losses. They are freedom. When you surrender, what you lose is everything that was never truly yours. And what you gain is something you can't even imagine because you've spent your whole life running from it. The unshakable peace of simply being. Surrender is not an action you take. It's what happens when the absence of strategy. It's the quiet realization that there was nothing to win, nothing to fix, nothing to prove. And in that stillness, you don't find peace. You become it. You don't achieve freedom. You are it. The mechanism of surrender isn't something you do. It's something that happens when you stop doing. When you let go of every attempt to control, to resist, to shape life into what you think it should be, you discover something astonishing. Life doesn't need your interference. It was never broken. It was never something to fix. It is perfect in its chaos, and so are you. Surrender is not the end. It's the beginning. The moment you stop fighting is the moment you truly live. Not